very interesting to see Elephant make such like drastic changes in the draft, right? Because last game it did not look like this at all. Now they're going full blue. What is missing in the blue draft? Morphling.
You're gonna go for the color. Yep. They've already ruined
blue-green, that still fits. No, the Death Prophet's kind of green. I think that fits the primary, secondary colors.
They're gonna go for the cool color theme, like as in, you know how blue, greens are the cools, and then your warms are the reds. Colors. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad you knew what I meant, rather than me just trying to label green and blue as cool colors, and no other color is cool.
We know what you mean. Don't worry. All the viewers know what you mean. You're not gonna get into any sort of trouble.
Blamed at all? No, not at all.
No.
I'm glad.
Earth Spirit though, not a hero we see a whole lot, but FY is one of the best Earth Spirits around. So let's see what kind of magic he can make work on this hero. It's a lot harder to play online.
That. Oh, okay. Oh, what heroes complement the Earth Spirit?
Oh, I think Death Prophet is really good already. Like Earth Spirit, Death Prophet is a very strong lane if they want to put that in the off lane. And then usually you want to have a mid hero that can threaten a kill on the enemy mid hero, like Kanka. Yeah. Because then if you roll in and get on top of him, you want to be able to kill him. Like if you have what's a farming mid? If you have like a Naga Siren middle, you can't really kill him. So would make a whole lot of sense. So like Kanka is good, Lina is good, all these high damage heroes. Oh my god.
Alright, so you guys are gonna have to get some new casters in. Bye Black, bye Bkop.
What is happening,
anyone out there in Twitch chat want to answer the call? We got 2 casting spots available. You do have to be willing to cast for 2 hours though. That is the prerequisite.
Oh my god. Why?
It's fine.
Why?
It's fine.
It's all right. It's all right. We're good. We're good.
Okay.
Breathe. I got it out. I got it out.
Yeah. Yeah, we might just have to mute you for a second so you can let out like a little bit of a scream before we get into game number 3. But we are going to see that Arc Warden being picked up with the Viper. Apart from the Arc Warden PTSD, share some insight with me, Black.
RNG's turn to ban.
Yep, of course.
Just yep, that Arc Warden.
No, Arc Warden
playing for the
honestly, it's not that good here. It doesn't hard counter anything.
Yeah.
Death Prophet goes through the bubble. I'm not sure why they picked it here. They have heroes to get on top of it. And I don't know if they just want to make him scared because of what happened in game 1. It's like, Elephant, you know what you're into here, man. You guys are in trouble. But it's not a good Arc Warden game so far at all. And now I think you just pick Anti-Mage and you're easy win.
Is this the 5 Viper?
Again?
Anti-Mage.
Oh, I could do that. Yeah, I got you. If we're gonna make callbacks to Arc Warden,
we're gonna do it.
Let me tell
game
you.
number 1 callback. Game number 2 of the series callback. Yeah.
We're back in 2014. ESO1 New York. AM pick's gonna be amazing. 650 CS at the end of the game. No. 1,200 CS at the end of the game. That's how this AM game's gonna go. It's the best hero in all of the land, and there's no doubting it otherwise.
I love it. All right. Now if they could just pick it.
Good.
It's a +5 Viper, by the way. So AM makes even more sense. They have like no good catch other than Lion. And Lion against AM kind of goes both ways, because if you jump on him first with the spell shield, he can't really defend himself. And Arc Warden hates playing against AM. You just jump on top of him and he's in a whole wall of trouble. If they don't want to go AM, there's still Spectre. No, JK, no Spectre.
I'm surprised you're saying the PA again. You like the PA normally?
PA is decent. It's just against Tidehunter, the lane is very bad.
Tough.
Like, super bad. Most melee heroes hate playing against Tidehunter, but AM can just drain all his mana and he's generally pretty happy there. We spoke about Monkey King before. That's an option.
Yep.
Is
they are spending a lot of times.
Yeah, I was thinking what they're trying to think about, because I'm wondering, is there any chance that this is like what Vici did with DY, where it's a 5-position Death Prophet and for some reason they do like an off-lane Winter Wyvern?
And they could potentially do it. It could also be, they've done it before, where it's like a carry Death Prophet.
Yeah.
Which I'm not the biggest fan of, but they made it work, so maybe they can do that. But hard
They're
carry
probably
route.
trying to think about the lineup of RNG where everything's going to go and see how they can come out of this landing phase.
Ooh.
Juggernaut.
Doug.
Okay.
Jug.
Safer choice.
All right.
As I said, we'll never see AM. Hero is just dead. My dreams are dead as well. But that's fine.
Oh.
They already died with the Arc Warden pick. We're fine.
Yeah.
Elephant
I
had one
remember-
opportunity to resurrect you by picking the AM, and they just didn't. Sorry, Bkop, you go.
No,
It's a
I
good
had
pick,
nothing
though.
else to say except my memories were gone as well, and everything that was happiness was dissolved by God King picking that Arc Warden.
Faded to black.
Alright,
But before we do...
Yes. Let's
No?
talk about the last pick a little bit.
Yeah.
Juggernaut.
Yeah.
No, you have Kanka, a lot of damage mitigation. You have Winter Wyvern, who can make you damage immune for a long time. Death Prophet heals, Juggernaut heals. So it all comes together as like a pretty decent pushing draft. Juggernaut lanes decently well against Tidehunter. And if he buys the Swift Blink, he can also jump on top of the Arc Warden and kill him in one Omni Slash. So let's see where this goes.
So you like the look of Elephant. That's where you reckon this lineup is going to
I did the same in game 1 though, and that turned out weird.
What about you, Bkop? Do you think Elephant are going to be able to execute this one? Be a lot more decisive?
I'm picking that this game's going to end in a 1 hour and 45-minute draw. You know, you make it sound so simple that they're going to Swift Blink Omni Slash, but when you don't move your Arc Warden from behind the Ancient, how do you even get to him?
Very true.
Makes me nervous.
Well, this is the decider for the last series of our day, and hopefully we see a lot more Arc Warden usage, up to that 100%. Boys, take it away for the last game.
Thank you very much. I don't know.
What language
A
am I
thank you
using
in
now?
another language. Ooh, can you use?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You knew that.
there you go.
No,
I've
okay,
heard
we
it.
went
I
through
wouldn't repeat it.
5 different languages. So we good?
I provided one. I nailed it.
Yeah. provided
I'm
the-
just scared. I'm just sitting in fear right now of this potential Arc Warden game that has.
It can't. Like
You
this
say
time you have
that.
Death Prophet. No, hey. Listen, boy, okay, boy. This time you have Death Prophet though, which is very good against Arc Warden. Like this Exorcism is going to deal damage even through the bubble. So, I mean, maybe they will just be sitting at the throne again for 50 minutes. That can happen, but the game should be winnable for Elephant once they get up to a big lead, simply because of the Exorcism. Hopefully, maybe. We'll see. I'm losing hope.
Right. Yeah. At least you're still losing some hope. I've lost all hope.
Well, you gotta be
this
positive.
being-
Battle begins.
I'm trying. I don't know if
Positive,
it
man.
exists in my heart anymore.
Oh, you got
But
this.
we'll see.
I believe in you. This Juggernaut is gonna be massive. He's gonna buy Swift Blink. He's gonna Swift Blink on the Arc Warden, who randomly has a Shadow Blade or Trickster Cloak and then goes Invis and doesn't die. And then Juggernaut dies and then they wait 8 minutes for buybacks. We got this.
That Trickster Cloak in that game, that 1 hour, 47-minute fiasco, helped the Tide so much.
I mean, it's a super good late game, and just because there's no slots for
It's so broken.
Revelation anymore. Yep.
We'll
Arc
see
Warden's
how
still around, though. Should be
the
hard.
5-position Viper does.
Oh yeah, the plus 5 Viper is back.
Yeah.
Should be a
Once
little
it runs
careful
out of
here.
like health and mana, it's a little bit dangerous to play. But this time they've got the Viper with a Salve, Tango, and a Mango.
You heard it here first, guys. If he runs out of health and mana, he's not a good hero.
Well, you know what I mean. Like when he was left without mana and no regen to work with. Then when we saw
I know
him
what you mean, of
yesterday.
course, yeah.
Yeah, like now chat's gonna be on my case. Chat, please
Nah,
relax.
it would be on your
Don't come
case
after
before I
me.
even said anything, so don't worry.
That's so true.
Cats on always and on everyone's case. Except mine, because they're very scared of me. They respect me a lot. Yep.
I'm earning it still.
I think I should not have said that. I'm gonna get bullied by chat,
how-
but that's fine.
Waiting to see
We are
how
grown men.
defense does in this Invoker. We are. Very true. These are the facts. And the fact is, D-Stone's Invoker when you've got 2,300 games on this hero, you should be potentially doing quite a bit. God King.
I would wager
Might end up
90%
here.
of those
Spirit
are
Siphon.
expert.
Oh,
Is it that?
he has the Crypt
Is it that?
Swarm.
No. He's not that Bkop. Which means the menace lives to tell another tale. He's not farming very well though. Like, they're doing a very good job at pressuring him. 5 CS only right now. Now 6. Now 7. Damn.
All right.
Well done. But yeah, mid lane. I don't think D-Stones is super ultra comfortable on Quas, Wax, and Walker, to be honest. I think his Exort is way better. But we'll see what he can do on that. And mid lane should be pretty even, honestly. Kanka is just gonna free farm. There's not a whole lot you can do to stop it.
FY actually missed the roll
Yeah.
on Red Panda, and you just see Red Panda outputting all these
careful.
right clicks. Yang in trouble. Right clicks from the Arc Warden too. The Spark Wraith is down, and Yang will fall to Red Panda as the right clicks are enough to get first blood.
Red Panda?
Ooh, yeah, Boulder Smash roll. The other side of God King. God King
needed
doesn't
one
have
more
enough
poison
mana
attack.
for a Spark Wraith.
Yeah, and mid lane, he's getting very low in the Invoker as well. But of course, has the Quas Orbs to heal up and tanks as well. He's gonna be just fine. He's taking a lot of Herald's damage though.
Sacrifice
FY to the tower.
from FY. There's the TP back up towards top from Red Panda. He brings back 2 mangoes and a clarity, so keeping that mana regen hefty.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Yeah, I mean that's all Viper needs, right? He has 2 fluffy heads actually. He has 950 health. That is a ton of health this early on.
Almost 1,000 health 4 minutes into the game.
Yeah. Only Titan can contest that health pool. And now top lane is gonna get a little bit hard. Like, Viper is here with 950 health. What do you do against him? You roll on him.
They're going to try and roll. They've got the Boulder Smash, but there's the Dome down. Red Panda outputting a lot of damage onto Yang.
Why?
And now FY, he's really eating the brunt of this force coming in from Red Panda, but he needs to be careful on this Viper. Getting really low. They were almost able to break through the 950 health of Red Panda.
Only almost though. But now he's sitting at very low health. And this is kind of what you alluded to when you said low health and mana. Like he doesn't feel good right now. Don't know what he can do.
Can't step
Earth
forward,
Spirit
especially
is-
against FY on that Earth Spirit.
Yeah, he's pulling the big camp now. Which is gonna pull the lane back. So they're a little harder for Arc Warden to farm. Mid lane, no real action either. Kanka needs 6 for anything like real to happen. See if he wants to rotate with that or not.
I'm thinking that FY is going to go back to base, TP maybe into mid after Somnus uses the rest of his bottle, and then potentially go for this D-Stones Invoker now that he's level 6.
Will make a lot of sense. He also has 4 wand charges and the water runes, so he has to be careful. If he gets an X mark here, Earth Spirit dipping middle. And Tidehunter is so far the big loser. He is getting
And he smoked
pressured
into
a
this
ton.
too.
Yeah. And Winter Wyvern is also around.
Torrent hitting.
That's Torrent,
There's the
nice.
roll on a D-Stones, and they should get this kill, but the Tornado into the Ghost Walk. He's ready with the dust. Splinter Blast comes out from Super. They do get D-Stones. It did take a little bit more than probably they thought it would take to get that kill, but ultimately they get 1 and potentially even 2 here. Felix walks away from the Torrent. Boulder Smash back towards where Viper's TPing in. Red Panda might have an opportunity to get a kill on a FY, who doesn't have a roll for 5 more seconds. There's the Hex, the Nether Toxin down. Red Panda taking some damage from the Arctic Burn that comes out from Super. Ghost Ship, X comes through, but do they have the damage? Tidebringer, Red Panda still surviving. Cold Snap on a Super with the EMP. Felix on the high ground. He's looking to throw an Earth Spike. He's got it off cooldown in just a second. Super's gonna die to the Tornado anyway. The stun comes out on a Somnus. D-Stone's putting in some right-click damage onto this Kunkka. I don't think he's got enough damage to get the kill, but it's trades back and forth for these supports.
Yeah, can't quite reach him. Arc Warden again off to this pretty good start. 50 gold away from his Midas once more. Will get it just as he reaches level 6 for the clone efficiency. I have such a hard time reading these games today. I don't know. Like, I always feel like the team that should be dominating early on is not, and then when they shouldn't be, and then they suddenly start, owning the game. Not entirely sure what's going on. Maybe they have some mate in between.
They could use some mate, get that energy up.
Yeah.
Arc Warden, I will say, God King is very good at also spamming this taunt every 2 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be if you're sitting on base, right? What else do you do?
I really have a hard enough time with 4 buttons, let alone now having to spam my taunt all the time. Cold Snap, Earth Spike with the EMP. FY getting caught out of position. The Boulder Smash lands on a 2, but they do not want to turn and go. There's no reason they should even try to.
Yeah, and this time around, the game is much more even than game 1. And we saw what that turned into later on. They're still waiting for Yang. They got him too.
He'll come back into the lane, and they're going to get a catch onto a second. Tornado lands, Spark Wraith down, and Yang's dead.
Very greedy. He knew they were all there. He thought they disengaged and maybe ran back to their lanes, but it's resulting in a lot of space for Arc Warden. Not just space, he's even getting kills.
Roll in,
Euros maybe
the torrent landing.
A bit.
Red Panda
nice kill,
killed
Red
off by
Panda.
Somnus.
Yeah, missed that one completely. But yeah, Juck building into a Battle Fury also, which is something we just don't see anymore. Euros is like...
Kunkka. Ghost Ship, pulling it back, trying to survive. They've got the Tempest double over here, trying to output
nice
as
cleave.
much damage as he can, but Felix, low, earn on him. Will he take out? Yes, he will. FY gets the kill. Somnus in some trouble. The right click's coming in from D-Stones, but they just can't catch this Kunkka. God King, oh, get to Yang. What?
Wait. He tried to TP out, but didn't.
Exorcism gets the kill. Eurus, he wasn't even there at the timing of getting that kill. It was just a 1v1.
Yeah, that's a big pickoff. Like, he has such a good game. Now his Midas is off cooldown, his TP is on cooldown. And Winter gets to take bot lane for his level 6. Yeah, well done by Yang. Probably a little bit angry about what happened earlier, so... punishing God King.
Get that top tier 1 as well. That lane kind of shuts down for Arc Warden. He's going into the Maelstrom, looking to get that double Midas off.
Look how rich they are now
There it
suddenly,
is.
the Kunkka and the Juggernaut.
Top of the net worth.
Yeah. They're looking for some kills down there, but everybody evacuated already. Winter Wyvern doesn't want any part of that. What's Red Panda looking build? Also, plus 5 Viper, we said many times that can feel a little bit underwhelming after the early game.
Right.
Which, after the landing phase, he looked pretty... like, what can you really do? Not a whole lot. I played this hero myself a little bit as 5, and it just felt pretty weird after the landing phase. Like, it just feels like you have no place on the map, you know?
What do you do with a Viper 5? Like, are you looking to maybe just save your gold in the long run and go straight for a shard?
Potentially. That's the problem. Like, 5 Viper needs some gold still to operate, so a lot of times there will just be sort of like a Winter Wyvern parked in the safe lane to push out the lane. But if you can't get that, then I'm not sure how you itemize. Maybe into a 4-staff with a fluffy head, but it doesn't feel like super great.
Tempest double TPing up towards top just to push out while Yang is here.
Yeah, Midas 1 second on cooldown and got it.
Going over towards mid, FY's been caught. Finger used, they'll get the kill on FY. Felix getting credit for that, but he's going to trade his life for it. Does ultimately get a stack for that finger kill, and they do have Omni. They'll use the Exorcism. There's the X as well as the Silence. They're going to pull back this flyby Tide. However, do they want to fight in with potential Ravage coming through? It's not like Arc Warden's joining them. There is a lot here to throw their way, and they'll throw that Omni Slash that bounces over. That's not the best bounces for them. Into the Blade Fury, and now Flyby, he's caught, he's killed. Could have been potentially better had it not been right on top of him to throw out that Ravage, but they'll lose Red Panda too. A good Winter's Curse. It's all setting up well for Elephant at the moment, but the right click's coming out from God King. They've got the Cold Embrace, and that'll keep Yang alive. Right click's out from Eurus on a Felix, who's already died once in this engagement. He's come back into the fight. They will go for D-Stones on the Invoker. Tornado comes out with the Blade Fury, avoiding it, and ooh, D-Stones, he'll get pulled back. He'll end up dead. Felix falls for the second time, and Yang finally dies to God King. It's 5 because Lion died twice for the side of Elephant.
They would have gotten so many kills if Invoker just had any sort of earn charge. She invested into the Spirit Vessel, which is close to 3k gold, and the item was practically worthless because he just has no charges. Kanka would have died, DP would have died much earlier, and the fight would have been completely different. But you gotta get those charges somehow. He hasn't been part of a kill in quite a while. And maybe used his earlier charges a little bit too wasteful. Oh, what is the word I was looking for? Liberally. Is that a word? Liberal?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So be careful with the Spirit Vessel. It's a strong item, but it's a useless item if you have no charges.
Yeah. So it's gonna have to start somewhere, and I think maybe the thought process is you need to get Tide a good Ravage opportunity to get these kills to start, but can you rely on him and the Invoker getting things done with no charges to start? You need God King to get involved, right? But he's just looking to farm.
Yeah. But we already saw how much he likes to get involved in game 1. Not a whole lot.
They found the Viper. Get yet another kill here.
Yeah. Game is going a similar route as game 1 did, where the early game was pretty even, and then transitioning into the mid game, Elephant has taken a pretty good lead, but will they be able to hold on to and close out this time is the real question. We got Battlefield and Juggernaut, which, again, usually we don't see this item build anymore on a Juggernaut.
What would you have rathered him go for other than this Battle Fury?
Like maybe Maelstrom into Saint Jasha, just get the pace up of the game. And he's still getting away with it, sort of.
Yeah. But again, this isn't as big of a lead as the first game, right?
Not at all. This time they have Titans to fight back, potentially.
Omni Slash once again goes to the Ravage while the Omni Slash is bouncing around, and actually goes over to the Viper with the Viper Strike coming out. Flyby trying to run with the Blade Fury on top of him. He does walk away. The Boulder Smash hitting on a Felix Chalba. Exorcism committed. Yang ends up surviving. Ravage down. Omnigon. Exorcism. Let's see what it gets. They've got the Torrent as well as the Ghost Ship all the way through on a Red Panda, and one more right click from Somnus with the BKB getting popped. Yang looking to go and wrap around the sides, but he needs to be careful. The wrong positioning could mean his life.
Yep. And at the same time, the Healing Watch is healing everyone back to full. This is the power of Juggernaut. Like, their lineup is very good at sustaining themselves. And Exorcism ran out, but there's also a Ravage used. And still no Vessel charges. Like, this feels really bad.
We talked about it just a moment ago. It's like, who do you go for if you don't have any spare Vessel charges and Arc Warden doesn't really want to fight? Now you have no Ravage, making that fight feeling almost impossible to accomplish.
Yeah. And on top of that, now they are working with this spells. Like, you can't Vessel Juggernaut, of course. Kunkka has a BKB, and DP has a Yule Scepter. Like, your power spike that you had because you had a really good early game, you just never got to use it, unfortunately, for RNG. This game could look very differently at this point.
Could have potentially sustained.
Yeah, well, at least Arc Warden has Travel Snow.
Kunkka going Radiance.
Kunkka's going Radiance. Okay. It's a pretty old school build as well. This means he also just wants to scale into the late game. I feel like they're thinking... Oh, okay, that was very close in the Impale. They're thinking about game 1 a little bit too much, perhaps. Like, everybody's itemizing into a very late game style. Oh, they caught the Aqua.
Coming out, they caught God King. Yang helping to get that kill with FY. Really well done to get this Arc Warden for the second time. You got to remember, Arc Warden in that first game, despite the fact that it was an hour and 47 minutes, only died once.
Yep, and you can just see the gold lead went from 3 to 5k instantly as soon as Arc Warden dies.
Middle tower is under attack.
Exorcism level 2 is online, but they probably don't need it for the second tower down, or for the tier 1 down there. And when is RNG looking to fight? Because, like, game 1 they had a Kanka to fight early with. This time they have an Invoker who just doesn't feel very strong at all.
And this double. Sentry looking to fight. They've got the silence. They look over at Red Panda, who will be dead on his screen already. Blade Fury on top of the Tempest double. Will the gold go their way? It'll time out first.
Yep, and Jug is out of mana. Has 20 stick charges though. It's gonna be fine. Tide, no Blink or Force Staff yet. And they're not really getting any farm on any hero other than Arc Warden is a problem.
Yeah, you could see the drop off, and especially on the Invoker. My question to you is, do you want the Blink first? Because he's saving up the gold, looking like he's at least not showing the Force Staff, but do you think he just saves up and goes Blink?
I think you need the Blink. Just to be able to follow up on your Alliance initiation, they need to burst the target down they jump on. Which is not easy because Winter Wyvern, level 4 Cold Embrace. And he's gonna get the Talon next level up as well, which adds an additional 1.5% heal, plus Holy Locket. That is half HP basically a hero gets back for free. Unless you have Vessel charges, which you still don't.
Sanjanyasha finished now. For the Jug, there's the Midas for Invoker, so maybe some comeback potential there if they can hold the game as well as they did in the first one.
Yeah, the real problem is just ever since he finished that Vessel, just nothing going their way. Like they're always so low on Elephant's side. And that's it. Oh, actually dodges the roll. You have to be careful, the clone does a lot of damage. If there's a line in the neighborhood. 240 gold. Thank you. I'll take that, says Juggernaut.
Oh, for sure.
And yeah, Viper is going to the Force Staff. But again, it's a hero that doesn't offer any disable or anything. Like, would you rather have a Viper or Winter Wyvern now? The answer is pretty obvious, right?
I think so.
The Viper.
Right.
But yeah, like Viper falls off massively, and he's not really breaking anything this game either. I guess the crit, that's it. Which he didn't even level. Like he just went heavy into the stats. Okay. Bubble.
Can take stats these days.
Yep, back. They're gonna get this tier 1 mid tower. It took 0 damage so far. Now it's gonna take something to elect the catapult. Hopefully they can get it for their own sake. But
next, they're losing that tier 2 in the top lane.
yeah, they're not even using Exorcism for it either.
Could potentially mean they go high ground and force the issue, but or Exorcism for Roche. Like the
Knowing
options are
Elephant,
open.
They probably won't. Like Elephant is super conservative whenever they play.
Balance the scale.
King sending that Tempest double back.
Yeah, just push out the name of it.
Yeah, Midas that catapult. He's working on the Mjolnir, and his Midas is off cooldown. He'll paint the river, so efficiency. What is it? And now just 800 gold away from finishing off the Mjolnir.
Yeah. And just like game 1, he's keeping up with the leaders of the net worth. But again, the team is falling behind quite a bit. TI10 has Blink now. And Exorcism is used on Roshan. That's a free one. The first one, however, so there's no charges yet. And Dire has to be scared. Okay, when do you think he's gonna get his first vessel charge?
Well, they're gonna catch up potentially to the Viper, but he picked up a haste.
Yeah.
I'm not
Take a
really
plane out of there.
sure. TI does have the blink, so they do have an opportunity to fight, but now you're fighting into the Aegis. I don't think you really want to do that, which could mean you're fighting on the back foot. It's a big issue. They really don't have any options, it seems like, to take a fight on their terms.
Yeah, despite having a Lion Blink and Tide Blink, they haven't been able to find a single pick-off yet, which is a little bit worrying. But then again, is RNG even playing for that, you know? Maybe they figured something out where they can just indefinitely defend the throne, and they think they just messed something up there.
They got the outpost back. They have D-Stone's Theorem, and the Sentry Ward that's been placed down is ready to go, and D-Stones will fall.
Yep, easy Invoker pick. Still, the Golden isn't really growing.
Down, ready to go.
They're stagnating it again, or rather they're stopping the bleeding as they have in game 1. They're all being top though. Arc Warden just TP there. I think they have a good read on what they want to do here.
They might at least get Flyby, who blinked into the lane. They don't want to play it too aggressively just yet. And meanwhile, bottom, they've got the healing ward. They're going to take the tier 2 bot. A much quicker pace against this Arc Warden.
Arc Warden is Mjolnir.
Arc Warden going after FY. Cold Embrace. There's the finger, but they still don't have the damage to get the kill on the Felix. The right click's falling. Not going to be nearly enough damage to kill off this Earth Spirit, and they end up losing this Lion, and his finger's on cooldown now.
Yeah, the power of Holy Locket Wyvern. Did you see this heal? Cold Embrace brought him back to like half, and then he still has the full Holy Locket to heal him and like another 500 health. Super strong hero. I don't know why it's fallen out of favor in the Chinese region. It's still a very strong hero. And it's also a completed Skadi on Juggernaut. Focusing on tanking up for the time being.
Yeah, well ahead of this Arc Warden.
Yeah. Kanka did go into the Radiance. Like, I don't really like the mindset they have on the Elephant lineup. But it might work out this game because they're playing against an Arc Warden, but again, I'm always comparing teams to like the best, right? Like, if you were to play a tier 1 team with this sort of mindset where you build Radiance and Battle Fury, everything, I think you're gonna be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, you're gonna get punished. You're certainly gonna get punished.
Because it's very greedy. Big investment into not a whole lot of fighting power. They're looking for pickoffs. They are on RNG. It's just they can't really find any. It's tough at this point. We already see God King not really, you know, leaving the circle of death.
He's going into the Ags on D-Stone, so a long ways out, but potentially getting the Cataclysm. The roll is in. Felix, he's here. Earth Spike lands, but they've got the Torn to follow it up. They'll go to the Ghost Ship. Yule's up into the air. BKB's been popped by Somnus. They have the Dust ready to go, and another roll in to get themselves the second kill because Red Panda has died over mid. And they're diving in far for this with the BKB being popped here by Yang going after God King. He's under the tier 4 towers, and Yang doesn't care. He'll go in far. He'll go in to try and get this.
Maybe he should care.
Ends up dropping on the front lines. They throw the Ravage down. Can they finally get a kill on the Super? No, they can't. He gets the Cold Embrace off. They look over at Yang, and Flyby before he dies is at least there to watch Yang die. They've got the Winter's Curse, the Radiance Burning. They've got the Force Staff on Red Panda, but it's not going to be enough to get away. And, well, Red Panda will die to FY.
Yeah, this is the first kill they got since like minute 10, but Invoker was not part of it, so Vessel charges are still not there. And Last time they went high ground, it was a lot later, like 45 minutes. So Arc Warden is not nearly as strong this time around. They expanded Ravage. Clone is still a menace though. It's hard to deal with.
Earth Spike, right click's coming in, but you still have this Winter Wyvern to fall back on.
And back up we go.
Just as
But
the
this time around,
Aegis expires.
I hope they will continue pressuring, because there's no reason to let go now. Just keep pressuring, keep pressuring, keep pressuring. Arc Warden is not strong yet. Like, he doesn't have the Skadi. After the Skadi, he's going to be problematic. So until then, should press the issue.
It's under attack.
They didn't get the T2 middle yet. Interesting.
Not yet. They'd been pressuring that earlier.
Middle tower is under attack.
It's just every time I look at the Arc Warden in base, I get a little bit sad.
I get a little bit more nervous.
No. Elephant look like they have a much better grasp this time around on how to deal with it, though. And keeping lanes pushed in. Even got a tier 3 already. Last game it took a whole lot longer than that. God King, you're leaving the zone. Be careful.
Going into the Death Valley.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Midas off cooldown
Middle tower has fallen.
on the main hero as well. Going into the Scotty and now just needs 4,100 gold to finish it off.
They scanned tight.
And they found him. He doesn't have Ravage, but oh, Blink.
Radiant's bottom tower.
So the
Yep.
X fuels up into the air and Blade Fury right on top of him, trying to body block him as best they can. The Spirit Siphon comes through and they'll get the kill on a flyby. With that kill right next to the set of racks, they'll use the Exorcism, and I doubt RNG respond to this. We'll see how much they go for.
It's a level 3 EXO. They can't go middle, they can go bottom, however, if they want to. Or maybe stop. Or they actually just got the mid tower as well from the creeps. There might be 2 lanes here.
God King. Tempest double.
Oh, he's gone.
Getting taken out, and now fuels up into the air for Yang, continuing to put these ghosts on the tier 3. Potentially even a second set of racks. Spark Wraith is down, the Nether Toxin 2. But nothing coming the way of RNG just yet in terms of a kill.
So what do you think they were thinking going back to this Arc Warden after just winning a pretty convincing game against Elephant?
Hopefully they can mentally be there. It feels like this series has just gone on a little bit too long for RNG.
Sure, but like, why don't you stick to what worked with a more aggressive lineup rather than doing what didn't work? Like, it's just a little
Smoke
bit.
forward, they've got the Hex, but is it going to be enough? He's got the Radiance down, the Winter's Curse!
Oh, the curse!
Felix blown up by his own team. They're a bunch of traitors. And now they're looking over at God King's Tempest double. They should be able to get the Arc Warden, but he was inside the dome. They land the Ravage. The right click's coming in with the Sunstrike. Can they get the kill on the Yang? Yes, they can. Roll over to the back lines looking for D-Stones, but they've got the Hex coming out from Felix. Who ball back into the fight. The Cold Embrace, they got the kill on a flyby. They'll end up losing FY. Eurus moving forward. Audience Slash right on the Red Panda. He'll force step away from his team out of the high ground. Somehow he gets away from that. I think RNG are kind of getting the better of this exchange for the moment. They got the Earth Spike out into the Kunkka, but the Blade Fury in time from Eurus.
They're holding on again. Oh no. There was such a good Ravage on the DP as well.
Yeah.
They fought without Exorcism. You gotta be careful that like DP without Exorcism is just not the same hero at all. Now they're looking for more pickups on this side. 1k gold away from the Cataclysm. With the Ravage, this could potentially be a game turner. The real question is though, how do they get on top of the Winter Wyvern? Because he's the big problem right now. Yeah.
Go
Viper
shit.
again?
Ooh, Dome not even on the Viper.
Yeah. Juggernaut is ping bottom. So is FY.
They want this Invoker. He's playing so greedy.
He's
Roll
not even gonna
comes
get
in,
caught.
that hits on the Lion. TP out from the Invoker. He'll escape, but Felix, who bought back, is dead for 70 seconds.
Yeah, they're not really nearby though, so I don't know if they can convert right away. They do have level 3 DP ult. And we said that does ignore the dome, the bubble, the magnetic field.
They should change the name to Magnetic Dome.
Or bubble.
Yeah. How much gold did God King give away that he was, you know, still feeling pretty comfortable? Like in the first game. Like it must have been 15, 20,000, maybe even more.
At this point, yeah. I think it's a very similar scenario, if not even the same scenario. Like the heroes are a little bit different, of course, but game 1 you had Lash, who would ignore the bubble. This game you have DP. Roshan is not up just yet, 10 seconds away from that. But once Arc Warden hits this... Oh, he just got level 20 for the bonus attack range. Once he hits the Skadi, it's gonna be... He's gonna become a real problem again.
Trouble City.
Trouble City.
Potentially late game City.
Look at Invoker. Characters are now online as well. If they catch a good Ravage.
Heroes might just blow up.
Yeah. They might get struck by the stun. Twice. So they got the Cataclysm idea from the Dark Moon Invoker, right?
Potentially. They're not going to get here in time.
No,
although Flyby, I say that. She's on the ground with the Cataclysm coming through. It's going to be a lot of damage on the Somnus, but the BKB goes off. They've got the Exorcism coming out. They already used the Ravage. They get the kill on Felix. Tempest double trying to do what it can. Slowing down Yang. Red Panda trying to get these right clicks out. The Radiant's burning up Flyby, who's caught in the Winter's Curse. Omni Slash on a Red Panda. They get the kill on the Viper. They look over. Now at Super with the Tempest double. D-Stones is dead. 3 heroes gone. Flyby a split second too late. He also picked up the Ag Shard. So Ag Shard, Cheese, both picked up by Flyby. The question is, can he get out of this one? Lincoln 5, silence is there. Geomagnetic Grip gets this catch out onto the Tide. He'll eat the cheese to survive a little bit longer. Meanwhile, in the base, they're going for the set of racks. Tide still running, still burning, still hoping that he could survive this all, but eventually he'll end up falling. He did end up taking the shard for himself as well as the cheese. They'll go for the Tempest double. It's right now a 2v5, but there's the Hex. Earth Spike in, finger through, Cold Embrace, Super the Savior once again. Flyby, they'll blink forward. They've got the Gush as well as the Anchor Smash. But he's got that Essence Ring to survive that much longer. They get the kill on Felix once more. He's going to be dead for 44 seconds. The Yule's up into the air onto God King. Now trying to run and go after the side of Elephant. But the roll out, Force Staff forward, and Flyby, Gush, Anchor Smash, not enough damage. He's just put himself in a horrible spot. They've got the X that's out on the Red Panda while they go after this Tide Hunter. So on the other side of the fight, they've got Summons with the Radiance burning down Red Panda. Viper Strike is out. They took in the Aegis. They get the kill on Flyby with BKB being popped by Somnus. Yang just trying to stand his ground here and gets the help from the Healing Ward as well as the Cold Embrace there from Super. So it feels like these heroes just never die on Elephant. They have a 25,000 net worth lead. But is that too much of a net worth lead? It was almost too much of a net worth lead for Elephant in game 1.
And Arc Warden is just now picking up his Skadi. If he had that in the previous fight, would have been a lot more casualties for the Elephant side. But now, this is where Arc Warden becomes the same as last game. You only have to defend one side now. Makes it a whole lot easier. Which is weird that we keep saying that, but you know, you don't have to think about anything else. What is Kunkka building into? So yeah, Saint Josh, AC, double damage bottled. Goodbye clone. We've been here many times before.
Exorcism to go for this bottom set. They don't have Glyph, but they hit the Earth Spike, and the Viper Strike comes out on a Yang, but now the X onto the Viper. Somnus pulls him back, lands the Torrent. They've got the Aeon Disc. They'll disarm this Drug, but he goes immediately into the Blade Fury. They're going for the tier 3 to try and get these Mega Creeps. Spider Legs, Red Panda still moving at no speed. They've got the Winter's Curse, and Felix gets blown up again. They're rolling deep with the Geomagnetic Grip, as well as the silence coming out from Yang that's out on the D-Stones. Roll back the other way. They've almost got themselves Mega Creeps. They should have it. God King's Tempest double standing his ground, but well, it's not enough. Mega Creep, just 36 minutes into the game. They've got the Ravage to follow it up, and the Cataclysm coming down. It's not going to be enough damage with the BKB bought by Somnus, as well as Yang. Essence Ring once again. Ghost Ship over the top of Eurus, who's got that healing ward. I don't know if that's where you want to be, Red Panda, and instead, RNG will just tap out. They can't hold, and they will lose this series to Elephant 2-1.
They don't want to have the same sort of long game. Like last game, they held on for so much longer. How come they're suddenly just GGing out?
Surprisingly, they just let go of that game. I through Mega Creeps and everything that they went for in that hour 44-minute game in game 1. It's a little bit surprising that they just tap out so easily on that one. I say so easily. They had Mega Creeps, but still at the same time, like that feels preemptive after watching what we did in this series.
Yeah, but you can just see how strong Winter Wyvern is. Like super played out of his mind, saving so many heroes, really clutch curses. I mean, just overall, Elephant looked a lot better than in game 2, and certainly a lot better than in game 1. But it really, like, why did you go back to the Arc Warden in game 3 after winning a pretty good game 2? Like, I just don't understand.
With a different lineup.
Yeah, it's like
with a different concept too.
Like we lost game 1. So let's do what we did in game 1 that we lost to lose game 3.
Yeah, it really didn't
like, they gotta
make
go back
that
to
much sense.
Yeah, like they gotta figure something out because like, it actually just makes no sense. But well played to Elephant. Winner bracket final against eHome. RNG. They did okay. Game 3, I don't think does them any justice. It was just a draft error, to be honest. And we'll see where they end up. They'll be playing who in the lower bracket? I guess we'll break that down later.
Yeah, we'll break that down when we come back. We'll be back in just a moment, so stay right there. We're on a quick break, and then we'll see you guys in a second. So, see you in a second.